Today we're going to have a look at Encrypted Safe and some of the features that it offers. Encrypted Safe is a portable Windows application, which means that you can run it from your Documents folder, desktop, or a USB stick. When you first purchase Encrypted Safe, it will be shipped in a self-extracting archive, which means that you need no additional tools in order to get started. Simply double-click the file, and you will be asked for a location into which you wish to have Encrypted Safe unpacked. Here I'm going to select the desktop. You will see that there is a new folder here, called Encrypted Safe, containing the application. I'm going to run the application for the first time. When you first run Encrypted Safe, there are two options available to you. There is the ability to create a new safe, which is the default option, or the ability to import an existing safe from another copy of the application. We are going to create a new safe. You need to enter a password following the instructions on the screen. We need to confirm the password. And then we'll enter a hint to remind us what it is. It is worth bringing your attention to this text. Please remember your password. If you forget your password, you will be locked out of your safe. We're now ready to create our first safe. There are effectively 3 steps that you have to follow in order to create your first record. Step 1 is to add a category. Step 2 is to add records for that category. Step 3 is to, optionally, add files for that record. You will see that all these buttons in the button bar are grayed out, so the only option is to add our first category. Again, you have 2 options here. You have the presets and you have the editor. The editor allows you to manually enter a new category with the fields of your choice, and the order in which you wish to have them displayed. We'll come back to this screen a little later, but for the moment, we're going to select a preset. Here you have a number of presets, and the types of categories already defined for you. It's worth noting that if you select a preset, it can be edited in the same way as a category that you've set up from scratch. We're going to select the Passwords preset. Having clicked on Passwords, you'll notice there is a new category button which will allow you to save all your passwords. We're now going to enter some passwords. Let's click on the Add button. We are going to enter some data into the form. You will see at the bottom that you've got an unsaved record. If we click on the Save button, that will save our record and add it to the grid above. We will add a second password. And we'll save that. You will see that this record is also displayed in the grid. If we wish to go to our first record, we select it in the grid. We are now going to add a second category. Let's click on the Add button, and again we're going to use a preset. This time we're going to choose a category of documents. That, as you can see, has added a new category button, and we can see that there are different fields available for this category compared to the fields for passwords. We are going to add a new document, and save it. Now we're going to add a file for this document, so we're going to click on the Add button. And we're going to select a file, which is here. You can select files of any type. When you select files, you will see this window to confirm your selection, and also be given the opportunity to give your file a name. It uses the original file name as a default. In this case, we're going to change it. We now have a button that says My Will, and clicking on it will display the PDF in the viewer. Commonly recognized file types will be displayed in the application. Let's add another document record. We're going to save the record and add some further files. In this case, we're going to select the front and back of the driving license together. Again, we're prompted for file names, but in this case we're happy with the default names. Here we've now got the two files that we can view. We are now going to edit the category of documents using the editor. Click on the Edit button. As you can see, we're editing the category of documents. On the left-hand side here, you'll see the display fields. That's a list of the fields used in this category and the order that appear on the screen. Here are the fields that appear in the grid at the top of the screen when a record summary is shown. The two lists do not have to be the same. Underneath we have a number of other fields that have already been created that we could use, or we could create a new one, which is what we are going to do. When you enter a new field type, you should specify what type of field that you'd like it to be. A date field will give you the date picker. An input field is a single-line input. A text area is a multi-line input field. A URL field will allow you to enter a clickable link. I'm going to save the new field. You will see that the new field has appeared in the list, and you can drag and drop it into the list of fields for your category. I'm going to move it as I want it above the Notes field. When we now save that, you will see that the new field has appeared in the list. Let's go back to the driving license record, and I'm now going to enter the expiry date of the driving license. You can see that we have created a new field, entered and saved data into it. At the moment we have created two categories, documents and passwords, and you can access your records very easily. You can add as many or as few categories as you want. Let's look at some of the other presets. Crypto. Here you can record details of your cryptocurrency holdings. Please note that this application is not a crypto wallet. Domains. If you hold or manage internet domains, then you can record details of your domains here. Funeral. If you have a funeral plan or wishes, then you can record details of it here. Of course, you can record details of your will and finances in other categories. Money. List details of your bank accounts, investments and savings. Property. If you own or have invested in property, you can record details of lenders, insurance certificates, gas and electrical safety certificates and details of lettings. Receipts and serials. You can record significant purchases and store the receipts and serials should it be required for insurance or warranty purposes. Why not store instruction manuals here too? The presets are only intended as a guide. You can use them, adapt them, or create your own. Simply go to the editor, enter your category name, and either select pre-existing fields, or create new ones of your own. This has been a very brief tour of Encrypted Safe, but you will love the flexibility that it offers, and you are only constrained by your imagination. We'd love to hear from you, and the innovative ways in which you are using our application. Encrypted Safe can be purchased from encrypted-safe.app.